It's impossible to record. Why? Because people want to be hella loud. Just start doing extra shit out of nowhere, but it's all good. You know, I'm not tripping. I'm just doing what I do. Doing the best I could possibly do with the best that I have. First order of business. You gotta get this big ass incense lit. Ooh. And let that be fire. Look at this big ass incense right here. Biggest incense you done ever seen in your damn life. Big ass incense ass nigga. Big incense nigga. Ooh, you see that? You see it? First order of business, got the incense rolling. Second order of business, we gonna get our sage lit. You know we gotta, sage the place. We gotta get this popping, make sure that we in our high vibration, high frequency. High vibrations, high frequencies, you feel me? Make sure that we putting all the good stuff in the air. That sage, you'll go crazy. And the third order of business, what we gotta get our Palo Santo cracking. Get Palo Santo Palo Santo, you feel me? Gotta get this popping. Make sure that we doing the things that we know we need to do to get them high vibration, the high frequency. Oh yeah, there we go. Make it feel good. Make it feel good. Boom, got that rolling too. It's lit. We got incense, sage, Palo Santo. We got that going. Yeah, I'm feeling this. I'm feeling that. What up? My name is Ajani. Welcome to Victory Chapter Studios. So you know we gotta get it cracking. Let go. Before I start to chop it up and I get the smoke session rolling with y'all, there's a couple things that I want to talk about. The start of 2022 has been rough, not only for myself, but it has been rough for a lot of different people. A lot of people that I know specifically in my life, they have been going through it. We've experienced a lot of different pains, a lot of different losses, and there's a couple different losses that I do want to talk about that happened here in 2022 at the beginning. So early in my younger life, I used to live up in a small town called South Lake Tahoe, California, and when I was around 15 to 16, I lived with this specific family called the Wallace family. They had a son, they have children. One's name is Miles, we have Alyssa, we have Ryan, and then we have the youngest boy, Chris, who is the youngest son. Earlier this year, and this was right around the end of January and going into February, we ended up losing the youngest of the sons, and his name was Christopher. Now, Christopher couldn't have been no more than 30 years old, and it was a real sobering thought to know that one of my friends that I grew up with is no longer going to be here. Me and this guy, Chris, we shared rooms together. We've eaten at the same table. We were just like family. Losing Chris was a tough one for me. It was tough for the reasons of knowing that in this journey and in this story, the boy Chris was no longer going to continue forward. And it really hurt my heart. And I had to process it, which was extremely difficult, and it still is extremely difficult to deal with. But I know for a fact that Chris knew that I loved him deeply. And that's my brother, that's my friend. It's just hard when you know people and they pass away. It's a very, very tough thing. The second thing I want to talk about is another one of my good buddies who happened to pass away up in South Lake Tahoe too as well, and his name was Vince. And it's kind of interesting how these stories kind of align because, like I said, when I was 15, 16 years old, I lived in a small town called South Lake Tahoe. Like I explained, during my teen years of growing up, I experienced homelessness as a team. And not only did the Wallace family look out for me, they took care of me. They loved me like I was one of their own, like I said before. But my friend Vince, when I was no longer able to live at my mother's house because some tragic things happened, the homie Vince, he opened up his home to me. And the homie Vince, at the time he lived in this small little hotel room or motel room in the middle of the town of South Lake Tahoe. It was right next to this Jack in the Box. There was this little motel, hotel, whatever you want to call it, that was right there. And the boy Vince used to let me sleep on the floor at his place. And I always used to be super grateful, and I was always thankful that the homie let me in. And when I didn't have a place to go and a place to sleep, the homie Vince, he accepted me into his home. He gave me a blanket, he gave me a pillow, he gave me some food, and he just died last month in February. And that was like literally 2 weeks after the homie Chris, and that hurt my heart too as well. The last time I seen Vince, we were getting balloons at this Rayleigh's near State Line. We got to chop it up, and whenever me and Vince, we always talked, it was always like, it was good to see you, man. I gave him a big old hug, and we got to just talk about life for the few minutes that we were able to talk. He hooked my nephew up with all of his birthday balloons and everything. So it was just a real shocker to know that one of my friends died so suddenly. Same thing with Chris, died so suddenly. Very young individuals, and life is difficult. Life is going to have its fair shares of challenges. The road is going to be harder to travel at different times. The journey isn't going to be easy all the time, but that's what we signed up for. We come into this thing knowing that it's not going to be easy, and that we are going to lose people. The very people that we know in our lives throughout time, they're going to come to pass. And when those things happen, it's the response that we have. It's how are we responding to it? What are we doing to grieve? What are we doing to pray? How are we remembering the person who transitioned on? Those are some of the questions that I ask myself. You never know in life when somebody is going to pass. You never know what people are dealing with. You don't know what type of hurt, what type of pain, what type of situation, what type of circumstance that's around surrounding that individual. So it would always pay to be kind, to be courteous. Losing your friends, losing your people that you grow up with. I don't want to try to sound emotional right now, but it is some emotional shit. Losing your buddies is always tough. If you could pray for my homie Chris, if you could pray for my homie Vince, that would mean the whole world to me. That's all I ask for with expressing that deep, hard situation. So what I'm gonna do right now is I'm going to cut for a second. We're just gonna take some time to remember the homie Chris and the homie Vince. So. Thank you for helping me honor my homie Chris and my homie Vince. Thank you if you did give me the time of day. What we gonna do? Get Sham a little cracking. You know how we do. We smoke our blunt, we chop it up. I know it's been quite some time since I hopped on here, but I had to express that, and I had to keep it real. But with that being said, let's go ahead and light up this blunt. Let's change the vibration, shall we? Oh my goodness. That's a blunt. What's up? How y'all feeling? How y'all doing out there? 2022, it's been turned up for a lot of crazy ass reasons. We got Russia invading Ukraine. We still got the global pandemic going on. That ain't going nowhere. And the things that our government and the CDC, they want us to do for treatment for COVID is kind of insane. They just released a study saying that kids the ages from 5 to 11 who took their first vaccine shot of Pfizer. When they first took the shot, they were 85% or 88% effective. Now, after 3 to 6 months after taking their first shot, it's only 11% effective. So if the first shot don't work, the second shot ain't gonna work, the third shot ain't gonna work. Whatever booster you try to give yourself or whatnot, that's gonna be completely on you. But I'll tell you this much right now, the best thing I would tell you is take care of yourself, exercise, eat healthy, get yourself some sunlight, get yourself some water, just be a vibration. Just do the right things that make your body go, to make your body function. That's my biggest recommendation. The state of the world is at a very, very fragile place. Currently in this time right now, Vladimir Putin, this motherfucker on some crazy shit. But it's not just him, it's Ukraine too. And the real reason why Russia is invading Ukraine is some very, very interesting things. I guess Ukraine has a huge population of neo-Nazis there, and Vladimir Putin wanted to go to Ukraine on a special task force, special operations, special mission. I guess that's not what's going to be talked about, and I'm not sitting there vouching for Vladimir Putin or anything like that. But the media would tell you one thing and other things would tell you another. So it's going to be to your best advantage to do your own research and to know the reason why. Now, some of the things that you are going to see from this and this craziness is you're going to see, just because we're in America and we have nothing to do with Ukraine or Russia, we're on the other side of the world, right? Now, our gas prices have gone up. Food is still inflating. Burger King just took chicken nuggets off their menu. Whoa. Yeah, that's some real shit that's going on in the world. So you know we're at a real interesting point in time right now. One of the things I do not like right now of what's going on in Ukraine, apparently there's a large group of Africans, black people, trying to get out of Ukraine, and these people are on some racist white supremacist shit, and they're not letting the black people, these African, board the trains in Ukraine to get out because it's a fucking war zone. Now, I've heard a lot of people say, well, they're not letting all kind of people go. But when all these people they're denying are black people, and then at the borders of Poland, they're not even letting these black people in during a time of crisis, that's pretty fucked up to me. So Ukraine, I pray for the innocent people. It's fucked up what y'all doing to them black people over there. Y'all wrong for that. It's 2022 and I've been knowing motherfuckers are still racist. Still racist as shit. So that's just the reality of today. Nothing has changed. I'll tell you this much right now. Pay attention, be aware, be on your toes. Be prepared. Look out for your family. Look out for the people that you care about. Look out for the people that you love, truly, because the heart is going to be tested at a rate that you've never seen before ever in life. There's a couple of things that I want to say in closing. This year, I placed a huge emphasis on growing and learning on my spiritual path and on this journey. One of the things that I did was I picked up this book called Raseki. It's a Kemetic Reiki book by Raket Kajara Nia Ya Nepet, and I've been working with this book. I've been working with this energy, and I finished that book, and I loved it so much that I went ahead and I picked up the second book as well. And I'm learning Kemetic Reiki. I went on this real spiritual journey last year, and it was so important for me because it allowed me to learn about myself so much. And there was a lot of things, a lot of issues that I had internally that I had to deal with. And there was a lot of issues mentally that I had to face. And one of the books that I also picked up last year is this book called Egyptian Yoga, The Philosophy of Enlightenment by this great author called Dr. Muata Ashby. And that was probably one of the best books that I've ever read in my life. And it changed my noggin forever. One of the biggest things that I want to do like I said, is I want to grow and I want to challenge myself daily on this journey. I'm learning to work with my own energy, to work with my hands. I'm learning how to heal the body, and hopefully I could be a service of other individuals. That's going to be the goal. That's the plan, is to do full healing work on individuals, to bring forth enlightenment, to bring forth knowledge, and just to grow and just to be a better version of myself in life. You're always going to be learning. You always got to improve. Working on yourself, it could be painful, but it's so necessary for your mind to transcend, for your heart to move forward, and for you to just become whole. Studying this knowledge by Muata Ashby, Dr. Muata Ashby, and learning from powerful sisters like Kajara, it just lets me know that there are people out there whose hearts and their minds are definitely in the right place. Learning just the mysteries of it all, it's a very fascinating thing, and I hope to bring forth more light on that, which I definitely will do. With that being said, I just want to say thank y'all for smoking this blunt with me. Thank y'all for kicking it with me. Thank y'all for just hearing me out about my little homie Chris. That's gonna be it for me today. My black ass is gonna be out. Y'all stay happy. Y'all stay nappy. Y'all stay blessed. And I'm holla at y'all until the next time. Peace. I gotta say, shout out to the homies. Shout out to the homie Anthony. Shout out to the homie Julio. Shout out to the homie Elliot. Shout out to the homie Belushi. Shout out to both of my brothers. Shout out to my mammy too. You a real one. The blunt good in the motherfucker. I almost forgot to say, man, this nigga Vladimir Putin talking about get the nuclear deterrence or some shit like that on high alert. Man, this nigga tripping. This nigga is tripping. He is Looney Tunes. He ain't playing with a full deck. Anyways, no, please.